Life is great and it's fucked up at the same time, yo. Word, word, word. Hey, yo, for real, son, like, shit ain't what it used to be, cause it ain't something that's supposed to be. You can't knock me off this horse. You can't knock me off this horse. Hey, yo, for real, whatever the fuck this shit is. It ain't knocking me off it. Hey, yo, for real, son, like, public legs is made for walking. We out in public.
If you ain't riding, you hiding.
I just need a ski mask and my water. Please. Thank you. Get in where you fit in. Yo, these legs is made for walking.
Just a second.
Yo,
You,
hey, yo, you got the paintbrush, you got the the paint on the bro. I didn't know you was ill with the paint, bro.
yeah, man. I've been doing this for a while now. As far as the painting process, like I always been doing art, but the painting process, 2 months max.
Yeah, I mean, I know about the art, but the
Yeah,
paint, bro.
yeah, that was something like yo. It was something that I always wanted to get into, but like I ain't gonna hold you, I was intimidated because like starting something new when you already know like your old tricks, it's like starting something new is almost feeling like you starting over. So that's how I kind of felt about painting for a minute. Like I ain't really want to like start nothing new. Like
Yo, what is that? I see, I see two, what I'm saying, people, two characters, but what's the like where your head is? Your head's kind of you was kind of painting with it when I first. Oh,
all right, so this
that's a shoe. He got the off white on.
yeah, so it's one of my own characters. You can't really see it so much, but he's holding the spray paint and he's standing on his head. You see what I'm saying? It's just one of my characters. Like, um, yeah, it's kind of like one of my like collages type of thing. That's always been like my type of artwork. Like just finding ways to put things together, but the colors is what make it pop. You see what I'm saying? And then I kind of just tell the story while I go. Like,
What's that story right there?
so basically, it's like my idea with this was kind of like just symbolism and aggression first of all, for being black, you know what I mean, and just like not understanding your own energy, your own worth. That's why he has the crown. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a crown over him.
Oh, I didn't
So
even
at
see
this,
that. I didn't even
you
peep
know what
that.
I mean? Yeah. So he's like this guy right here is more so like he's like the overseer. You know what I mean? Like he might be his guide. So he's gonna be able to break it down to him like yo, you a king, like you don't gotta like whatever you going through, like you see the anger in his face, like you see what I'm saying, like he going through it. So it's like he kind of about to give him the insight on what's going on, like tap him on the shoulder type shit, and like
Oh, all right.
you know what I mean. And like the type of artwork that I did with this was like to be honest, like I don't know, it's like I like playing with the cartoon, but like a realism at the same time. So, but then I feel like it's pop art because of the way I do the colors. You see what I'm saying? Like, so like, because like on this side of the face, you can't really see it, but I'm gonna turn it low. You see how it's yellow?
Oh,
Yeah. So it's like it gives it that two-tone aggression feeling. Like, you see
yo,
what I'm saying?
it makes sense now. It makes sense
Yeah.
now. Two Face. That yo, okay, I see that.
Right, right.
I really saw the aggression, seeing the other side of his face or the other half of his face. I saw the
Kind of
aggression.
move it. Yeah. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So always try to like tell a story with my art, man. That's like major with me.
Yeah. That's dope to know. It's like something behind it. It's not just. I mean, I would think any creative has their creative product or their creation, let's say, it's not always a product, but like it's influenced by something. So that's, I mean, just to know though that it's like it's a conscious decision to have
Especially like this one right here.
Oh yeah.
Outer beauty attracts, but inner beauty captivates.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your reflection, looking at yourself, like.
Yeah. That's kind of deep. I had to think about that for a second. When you say reflection.
Yeah, just like it's almost like, man, just take a look at yourself. You know what I mean? Like instead of looking in other directions, looking for the answer, like I feel like the answer's in ourselves. See what I'm saying? So like it's all about just embracing, really.
So how long you been doing this art, man? Like I know you said the painting you ain't been doing as long as the what you mean, just art in general? Like how that started?
Yeah, so art in general started for me like I want to say fifth grade, fourth grade, one of those. My father, like, I was asking for a fucking PlayStation forever, man, like forever, bro. And he got me that, like.
Wait, PlayStation what?
PlayStation, the first one. PlayStation 2. Pardon me, PlayStation 2. So he ended up getting it for me like 3 years later. It ended up being the Dragon Ball Z cover, and as soon as I seen the cover, like that was the first time I picked up a paper and a pencil and I started sketching it. Like I don't know, like it was just something about the cover that stood out that really made me want to draw. And it wasn't art school, it wasn't anything else. Like, you know what I mean? Like I grew up in North, you know what I mean? So like I always seen kind of like art around, but like, you know, in a vandalism type of way, which is like graffiti or, like people in the schoolways throwing it on their lockers, stuff like that. But I ain't never seen it like in the form of the video game cover. So that stood out to me. Right. Yeah, so I started by that, just, you know what I mean, like doing replicas. Like, what's the word for that? Where you basically like not copying and tracing, but you looking at something and then you just replicate it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's an actual word for that. Yeah,
word. Yeah, you got me on that one right now. That's dope though. That's dope. Yeah. So you went to the art school?
Nah, I had gifted and talented in art when I moved out to North. Okay. Yeah, I ain't never go to art school though. I had gifted and talented in art when I moved out to Morris County, but that's pretty much just like an extra art class, just for like the people who really gets picked out. You see what I'm saying? Like you'll get picked out of the bunch, and you get basically an extra art class. But nah, like I ain't gonna hold you. The way they was doing art in school wasn't my style, man. Like it felt like you was too much in a box. Like you just doing everything everybody else doing.
Well, I mean, what type of art y'all doing? Like that Bob Ross art, or you know who Bob Ross is? Is that too old?
Yeah, you know it's crazy. Like I really just found out who he was. Like literally, just found out who he was. But yeah, you could say that.
The white dude with the fro.
Yeah, he got it.
Yo.
He definitely got it.
He'd just be painting. It's the same picture though. Like to me, it was always the same picture. Like, yo, he got this fascination with just being out in a like a cabin in the trees and then a lake, and then it's like a reflection on the water. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm like, man, I don't know nothing about that. I ain't never seen no cabin in my life, yo. But so you didn't like it was that type of art or not?
Yeah, it was almost like we'll be in art class and we in the middle you'll see an orange. You see what I'm saying? Or an apple. And they talking about like get the details, and I don't know, man. Like to me, like when you telling somebody what to do, like where's the freedom? Like you see what I'm saying? Like that's just like schoolwork. What's the difference?
Dang. Yeah, that's cool. So what you doing? So I mean, so you ain't go to school. I mean, you clearly doing your thing. You got like is that your wall or is that like a canvas you got up? It looks like your wall.
Nah, this is my wall in my store. I found a little store in Wharton, and all the walls was basically just picture without this, just this color. This wall here is a wall behind this. Yeah, it's like a rectangle, so it's a long ass wall here and there's a long ass wall right here, and it was blank. And I just like, man, like off the rip, I'm just like, I'm drawing on this. Like I asked the owner, he said he was cool with it. He's just like, yo, whenever you leave, just go over it. And I just was thinking about the fact that people walking in here and just seeing my artwork everywhere. It's just gonna make, like, you know what I mean? Like it gives me the goosebumps when I walk in here just looking at it, because especially how all the paint is, the colors is popping out and everything. Like it just feels like it's like I'm walking into my own world. You know what I mean? Like,
Yo, that thought to detail, man, is major right there. That's major.
Yeah.
That's like I can't remember, man, but I remember walking into a store. I actually was in New York. I walked into a store, and they had a setup that was kind of like similar, like where you were just like, oh, it was art, like on the walls. You know what I'm saying? It probably was like a wrap or like wallpaper. Oh,
yeah. So that's the other side of the wall. Yeah, you would almost think this was wallpaper.
ah, man, that's intense, bro. How long did it take that?
To be honest, like, all right, that section I just showed you.
Yeah.
I sketched it out and everything. I make it as easy as possible for myself. So what I would do is like I'll sketch out characters on my iPad, and then I'll just hook it up to the project it straight to the wall. So that way I don't have to sit there and sketch it again. I could just trace it now. And then when it comes to painting and coloring and everything, I just go like. So like it just depends like how I feel. Like I could use like these two right here. I knock these two out in the same day. But I color in layers. Like I paint in layers. So what you're looking at is like about 3 good layers. That's what's making it pop out so much. So I work from dark to light or light to dark depending on what color I'm using. You know what I mean? So it's all layers. So it'll be one coating one day. It might be 2 coatings on the same day. It just depends on how I feel. But I definitely work in layers. So
yeah. So all right. Cause all right. Cause I was definitely gonna ask, so how did you get those colors to like jump out like that? Like I think that's his hood, around his hood.
This part right here.
Yeah. That jumps out,
and of course,
and then of course, just other little things jump out, and I'm like, man, that's crazy how those like the colors, but it's not even just the colors how they jumping out. It's like the choice of colors to me, like the contrast, like. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like it's a contrast between the colors that I'm like, how did you even? What made you do that?
Yo, to be honest with you, like the way you seeing it right now is not how I'm seeing it.
You mean?
Know what I mean?
I don't mean like everybody see differently. Like,
nah, I don't mean it like perspective wise. I mean it like colorblind wise. You know what I mean? Like I have a color deficiency, so like all right, anything